How to trick your brain to not lose your cool, or how to just stay composed. Namaste. Hearty welcome to my lovely people. This is the beginning of a series of videos I wish to share with all of you on concepts that made a difference in my life related to mindfulness, understanding our body, and self-love. It's all about nurturing your soul. I've created this series with a lot of interesting activities that both you and me can do together while we learn and explore different dimensions of human life, psychology, and specifically related to compassion and kindness. I can't wait to start this journey with all of you. This series is not just a sit-down video series where it's only one-sided talk. We will do all of this together. The videos in this series will be found on my playlist and is called Compassion Musings in case you want to access them all. For those of you who are new here, this is Krupalini and I collect and share life lessons here on my channel and work on collective wisdom. If you believe in learning from experiences, then do consider subscribing to the channel. Now, after that long introduction, let's get started. I can't wait to share these concepts with all of you. I suggest you keep a journal or a notebook in which you can note your observations related to this series so you will be able to see how far you go from today. You can pause the video at this moment and quickly grab a book if you want to. Alright, now I have a few quick questions for all of you. First one, can you think of a time that you lost your cool the last time? Take a minute, think about it, and think about all the emotions that were at play and how did your body specifically feel at that moment. If you want to, pause again and write down all the sensations that you felt in your body at that moment. Now, take a moment to think about a time that you felt sad or depressed. How do you think your body felt at that moment? Again, like I said, pause the video here and write down all the sensations that you felt in your body while you felt sad or depressed. Now, think of a moment that you were calm and resilient. How do you think your body felt at that moment? Again, pause the video here and write down all the sensations that your body felt in that minute while you were feeling calm, blissful, and stress-free. It's important for you to know your answers and specifics on how your body felt at that moment to learn to stay calm and cool and to trick your brain. So don't skip this part. Now, keep that book aside and let's get talking. During the day, there is a gamut of things that happens and different situations arise, and along with that, a gamut of emotions also comes into play. We tend to vary from being blissful to happy to detached to irritated to sad to calm, and all of these emotions keep coming and going. It's almost like a sine wave where our emotions keep going up and down and up and down. And there is this peaks where we are hyper aroused, for example, when we are anxious, fearful, and angry. And on the other hand of the spectrum, where we are hypo aroused, where we are feeling depressed or sad. All these are common emotions we feel throughout the day. That's one of the reasons that if you see in the Tall Elephant Journal, I've given the spectrum in the Wellness Tracker. However, it's important we learn to come back to this resilient zone which is in between. We should know that one trigger of anger should not cause a chain of reactions which might become like a forest fire of anger. Or one sad moment should not track us into the deepest, darkest places. We need to know how to navigate back into our resilient and calm state. And this video is all about that. There are many ways that one can do this. But the first and foremost important thing is to build body literacy, or another word for this is sensation words. And what does that mean is sensation words are the language of the autonomic nervous system, which is the part of our body that registers safety and danger and regulates our organs according to that. It's these sensations which give input to the mind on how one is feeling. If it's sensing danger, or if it's in a comfortable place, or it's a space where you're uncomfortable. Let's do this activity together. Look at your journal now and see what sensations have you written under how your body felt in all the 3 situations that I shared. It's important not just to write, I felt happy, I felt sad, I felt stressed, but to also identify how these emotions are experienced within the body. It could be things like shortness of breath, fast heartbeat, tingling hands, sweaty arms, warm chest, relaxed legs, or tightened shoulders. You need to be able to locate those sensations in your body related to the emotions. If you identify it now, then great. Else, remember to journal it the next time you feel low, or you're hyper aroused, or when you're feeling super resilient. Now, the reason we did this is because how our body feels triggers our mind to behave differently. Let me explain. Let's take a close look at the brain. It might look complex, but trust me, you will get through this. I will simplify it as much as possible because it's important we understand a little bit of science related to human psychology and emotions for us to dissect our own behaviors. To understand it easily, I have adapted from slide prepared by Ellen Miller of the Trauma Research Institute. And although this is an oversimplification of the brain model, it kind of is helpful for understanding how the nervous system relates to our resilient zone. The survival brain contains the cerebellum and the brainstem and is responsible for carrying out the fight, flight, and freeze mode. The limbic area contains, amongst other things, the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the hypothalamus. The amygdala has been working like a smoke detector, an early warning sign of danger. The amygdala sounds the alarm for the rest of the body to react to perceived threats such as fight, flight, or freeze response. This response is shaped by trauma and can lead to the amygdala frequently sounding false alarms. The cortex, however, is responsible for cognition, logical reasoning, and so on. When we are in our resilient zone, all these 3 parts of the brain are working together. When we get knocked up to the high or down low, we flip our lid and the cortex seemingly goes offline. Then we are only operating from our emotions and sensations. So when we keep our attention on the pleasant sensations in our body, the lid is on. You can act from a space of calmness and with good reasoning and cognition. But when there is panic that you focus on, let's say like the fast heartbeat, the stiffness in the neck, or other muscles, then the mind picks it up as a message of fear, flight, or freeze. And when the amygdala also gets into the situation, then it's for sure a forest fire of emotions. You will not know when you lost your cool and when things went out of your hand. So remember this trick the next time you feel you're coming out of your resilient zone. That you need to bring back your attention to your body. Focus on a space that you feel pleasant, like the warm sensations in your chest, or the calm and relaxed muscles, or it could be as simple as how you feel comfortable when you're sitting and your buttocks are in contact with your seat. Make sure to focus on a space that you feel pleasant. Trick your brain to come back to resilience and you will have things under your control. So the next time you feel you're out of your calm zone or you're either hyper aroused or hyper aroused, try this trick of bringing back your attention to a pleasant sensation in the body and see the magic happen. Also, don't forget to let me know how you feel. Do consider to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and also tell me your thoughts in the comment section below so I know if you would like to explore videos in this series. And do consider subscribing if you want to hop on to this series of video where we are trying to understand our mind, our body, and work on self-love. With that, I'll take your leave here and see you soon on the next video. Sending you loads of love and hugs, and can't wait to chat with you soon on the next video. So this was all about how to trick your brain and to not lose your cool, and how to stay composed.